Hey y'all, this is Gail teaching for Veterans Yoga Project. It is our chair yoga for fall prevention. So it follows kind of like a traditional aerobics workout. We do a warm-up, we do a strength building section, balance section, more stretching, more strength training, and then we do that guided rest, relaxation, gratitude practice. Now I will come back up to the front of the room during the guided rest, relaxation practice. You have the option of being seated in the chair, on the couch, on the floor, whatever kind of floats your boat, makes you feel comfortable, okay? So again, I'm going to stand up, move this chair out of the way, come to the back of the room. Dun, 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 dun. You can do this class barefoot or with your shoes on, but I highly recommend taking the socks off unless they have the little grippy things on the bottoms of the feet. Unless you're on carpet, okay? So maybe, that's the other thing. But today I'm going to do this class barefoot. I hope it works out. So what we're going to do is you can either stand beside the chair, behind the chair, seated on the chair, wherever you're going to be. I'm going to be in between the chairs. You're going to point your toes towards 12 o'clock. So kind of look at that. Are they pointing towards 12 o'clock? Make sure they're not out to the side or in. And if it feels a little odd, maybe you want to heel toe out a little wider, or maybe heel toe back in. See which one feels better for you today. We started about 4 minutes late. We're going to end about 4 minutes late, but leave when you need to, okay? So first, I want to invite you to feel your feet on the floor. Now, what the heck does that mean? Okay, you press down, and then imagine there's a wrinkle on the floor. We don't like wrinkles, so we're going to push down and away. So we activate the hip musculature. You should be feeling it in your behind, your side, maybe your quadriceps, maybe your hamstrings, maybe the calves. And if you're barefoot, you're stimulating the bottoms of the feet, those acupressure points, bottoms of the feet. You're probably feeling it in the shoes too. Now from here, we're going to shrug the shoulders towards the ears. You're going to make it look funny, please, and then release one shoulder down and then the other. Kind of shake it a little bit side to side. We're going to start with the breath today. But again, feel your feet into the floor. That's a kind of a grounding movement here. Getting out of our brain, getting into our bodies. Now, you can place the hands, find your belly button, place one hand below the belly button and then one hand on top of that. Wiggle those shoulders just a little bit. Very good. I invite you to breathe in and then you're going to expand that belly out. And as you exhale, contract the belly button towards the spine. I normally don't have much movement with the inhale breath, but I feel a lot when I contract that belly button. So here we go. Breathe in, belly big. You'll feel the chest, upper chest expand also. Exhale, belly button towards the spine. Get all that air out. Very good. Again, breathe in, belly big. And then exhale, belly button towards the spine. One more time. Breathe in, belly big. Exhale, belly button towards the spine. Beautiful. Now relax everything. I invite you to bend the knees and shake the arms. Let everything be kind of loosey-goosey. So we're trying to move lymphatic fluid in our bodies so that we make our movement practice today a little bit more effective. So again, kind of shake, 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 shake. You can shake seated on the chair too. So do what you can with what you got. Now let's bring the arms up, shake them up, turn them to the side. Again, soft bend in the knees, over to the other side, back to the center. Now arms letter T. This is great for carpal tunnel for those wrists. Be gentle, be kind. Now let's do palms up. Well, it feels weird. Of course it does. And then bring it back down. And then make it slower, slower, and slower. All right, we're going to do our warm-up now. Now, you may want to have feet a little bit wider, soft bend in the knees. Again, away from the back of the chair if you're doing the seated version. So first, we're going to do those wrist shakes. Do whatever speed feels okay for you. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arm throws, cup those hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if you're seated in the chair, lift your knee up and do your small foot shakes. You can do this hands on the hips if you have balance. I use the chair because I have challenge balance. So here we go. Foot shakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch legs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if you're close to the wall, you may want to step forward because now we're going to do the large leg shakes. Again, maybe bring the knee more into the chest and down when you're seated. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, we're doing the warm-up portion of our class right now. Switch sides, other big leg, large shake. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe the feet a little wide seated on the chair. Let's do our wrist circles, shall we? Nice tall posture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to come up to the camera to show this one. So we do the back of the hand, and we press on the top of the hand to do the palm stretch, and we'll push it across, all right? So you got that setup going on. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. Brain work. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next is one palm on top of the other palm. We go from the third dantian down to the lower dantian, or the upper dantian down to the lower dantian. And we go up and down. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch the hand on top to the other one, and the second round. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hands on the front part of the chest or the tops of the shoulders. Tap out to the front. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make fists here right in front of your chest, and then spread out the hands when we do the hands out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now some folks will put their thumbs into their armpits or place their thumbs here on their right below the collarbone for our shoulder rolls. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you're seated on the chair, hands underneath the knee, lift the foot off the ground. You can hang onto the chair behind or beside for ankle circles. So the ball of the foot on the floor, and let's go in a direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that one felt poppy today. Other side. Here we go. Get set up. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One thing, you notice differences left side versus the right. You might. Okay. You might if you're having some balance challenges, right? All right, so the next one, you're scooting forward on your chair, and it doesn't translate well to the chair, but do what you can with what you got. The rest of us, point those toes forward, and we'll stand here and then stick your behind to the back of the room, a little bit in the knees. And we're going to pulse here. 1, 2, then really bend the knees. 3, 4, straighten the legs softly. 5, 6, bend the knees. 7, 8. Let's do that again. Straighten the legs softly. 1, 2, bend the knees. 3, 4, straighten the legs softly. 5, 6, bend the knees. 7, 8. So next, if you're seated on the chair with this next one, again, you're at the edge of the chair and you're kind of on the side, and you'll have your leg heel flexed towards the sky, and you'll pulse 1, 2, 3, bring it in, do the other one out, 5, 6, 7, 8, or whatever numbers I'm going to say. Those of us standing, step your foot out, turn your foot, heel down, toes up, and then kind of bend the knee, come on down. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, come up, pivot, other foot out, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that again. Come up, pivot, toe up, heel down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up, pivot, other leg, heel down, toes up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you may keep the same stance width or step it out a little wider. I might use the chair when I do this one. I don't know. Again, it might be wider here seated. Do what you can with what you got. Turn that toes up, be on that heel, be a little bit wider if you can. And let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up low. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come all the way with ankle bones close to each other. And again, do what you can with what you want when you're seated on the chair. We're bending the knees and little, let's do little knee pumps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then come up to nice tall standing, feet a little wide. Do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Seated on the chair, knees wide, hands on your hips. Those of us standing, feet wide, hip circles or shoulder circles. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now for this next one, you got to be really at the edge of the chair, and you're away from the chairs when you're doing this next one. It's the helicopters or body slaps. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, we're going to do arms up with fists, and then step out and twist, and then come back to the center, fists down. Let's do that again. Fists up, come out forward and twist, fists up and down. Do it again. Fist and twist, fists down, fist and twist, fists down. So next is interlacing the fingers towards the sky, bend the knees, bring it low, and then make fists, bring them on the hips. Very good. Now we're going to do that with a count. 1, 2, down towards the floor. 3, 4, fist on hips. 5, 6, 7, 8. Standing or seated back bend. Let's do that again. 1, 2, down towards the floor. 3, 4, fist on hips. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if you're seated in the chair, make sure you're away from the back of the wall because we're going to do an arm back behind us. And again, come away from the wall if you're standing. It's pretty close. So here we go. Fist to the front, fist to the sky, all the way backwards, woo, all the way forwards. Let's do that again. Fist forward to the sky, all the way back, all the way forward. From here, hands on your hips, and we'll go side to side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to go up, center, down. Do what you can, whatever neck issues you might have. Do a little bit less, and do it in your comfort zone. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Next is the Atlas point rotation. We do this in our chair Tai Chi class, maybe feet a little bit wider. You get dizzy on this. Have your eyeballs look forward as you do this. Or if you can, eyes follow the movement of the head. Kind of figure out if it's a dizzy thing for you, okay? So here we go. Draw a circle with your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next is soccer slaps. Again, do what you can with what you got seated on the chair. Those of us standing, you can always hang on to the side of the chair. But basically, we're going to do this twice, count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Knees up towards the chest if you're seated. Hand curls if you're standing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now for this next one, keep doing the knees up towards the chest if you're seated. Those of us standing, try to have, you don't have to touch the hand to the opposite foot, but you're doing a little more side crunch when you do this. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feet wide, whether you're on the chair, whether you're standing, hands on the thighs, hinge forward, look at the floor, breathe. Notice the heart rate. It might be elevated. We didn't do the jumping jacks today, but I think y'all will forgive me because I forgot. But we're not going to go back and do them, okay? Inhaling, exhaling. So that was part of the martial art that I practice, the Sokumen Hohi Hep. That's our warm-up for this Korean practice. I hope you enjoyed that. They've given me permission to share this with you as part of our warm-up for the fall prevention chair yoga class. And then we come back to the center, legs, again, feet pointed towards that 12 o'clock, hands on the belly. And let's inhale, arms out, belly big. And then exhale, belly button towards your spine. Relax those shoulders. Let's do that again. Breathe in, arms out, belly big. Exhale, belly button towards the spine. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Last time. Breathe in, belly out. Exhale, belly button towards the spine. All right. So now we're doing the seated portion where we grab our yoga block, our strap, our stretchy band. You can also do all this without the gear. I record the class, so when you get the gear, you practice it and you notice the difference on how the gear makes it a little bit more effective. So what I'm going to do is bring a chair over. You need to get a sip of water. You know what? I need to get a sip of water. Sorry. Get a little sip of water while you gather your equipment, okay? I'm going to do the same. Oh, there's Joseph from Kansas. My mother from Oklahoma always gives me the weather report every day, and she's 97 years old. We kind of check in every day. And she goes, oh, it's snowing in Kansas. I think that was yesterday. I was like, I was thinking of Joseph when she said that. All right, so first, let's grab our yoga block. You know, you can also use like a squishy ball. In fact, I was teaching an in-person class today, and we were playing around with the squishy ball versus the yoga block. And so one of the things we kind of noticed, of course, if you had a squishy ball, you can kind of like squeeze a little bit more without feeling the edges of the block. So just kind of know that's also an option available to you. This one's like, needs to be blown up though. But we're going to take the medium width. Yeah. Now I'm looking in the mirror here, or looking in the camera. I'll make sure you can see my feet when I do this. Okay, that's better. So again, we're going to take that medium width. Let's place it in between the legs. Some of y'all already know this drill, but you know, I may change it up, so just pay attention. So what we're going to do with the feet, we're going to heel toe them in to where you feel that nice, I hope it's nice, that nice sensation, that's one word for it, of the inner thighs. And you're just going to have a nice, good old squeeze going on that. So why are we doing that? Well, okay, we need to strengthen the hip musculature. And that, you know, is the inner thighs, the outer thighs, all the stuff around the hips. So we're going to cover this in this strength section today. You can also do this standing if you wish to do this standing, but you're going to do it in a nice squeeze, okay? Woo! Now, let's add a little to this. Press the feet firm into the floor. Woo! Notice how that changed a little bit. Did it change? Just a little bit? You feel a little bit more? Okay, so Louise has always given me some visual cues here. If I'm off track, she's going to keep me straight, okay? Love it. Again, press feet firm into the floor. Now mine kind of slip forward when I do that a little bit. So maybe I should get those socks with the little things on the bottom. Then I'll just have a really good, down into the ground. Maybe not. Maybe I do want them to slip. Again, good squeeze and release. Yay, that's over. Or is it? Now let's grab either our yoga strap. Now this gets a little complicated because you have to figure out to put the loop in on your yoga strap, or you thread it underneath and tie it like you do your shoelace, okay? But I'm going to do the buckle. So, well, you know what? I'm going to just place it underneath because I don't have the buckle or the strap, the loop made yet. I'm going to take the end, oh my gosh, of the strap, thread it into both buckles in the center. All right, so I got that going on, right? And I'm trying to make sure I don't have a wrinkle or a twist in my strap. All right, and then I'm going to take that strap and flip it over to the other side because I got to open up the buckle. And I'm going to try to. Then I flip the strap over. Now I'm going to take the end of the strap again and thread it into the middle part over to the other side. I hope this made sense. I'm just not really technically able to say what this means. And then I'm kind of cinching up on that strap. All right, so I got a nice, solid strap going on here, or a tie, with that shoelace thing. And it's about, I don't know. It's about 2 fist widths. That's hard to say. 2 fist widths apart. And I make sure the buckle is not laying on my skin. That would hurt. So again, press the feet firm into the floor. You're going to maybe notice more stuff going on, more sensation. And then when you're pressing down onto the floor, sometimes that naturally happens. You're pressing into the outside of the strap. If you're not already, let's pretend again, there's that wrinkle. We don't like wrinkles. Press down and away. So you really get that activation. Woo, a little bit more of the behind business. Of course it's behind business, right? Don't forget to breathe. Just breathe in, breathe out, breathe however you need to. And then a little bit more, woo, and release. All right, now you can either do this with the strap or with the TheraBand, stretchy band, or the tubing, yeah? But I'm going to demonstrate this with the strap that doesn't move, okay? So I'm going to take one foot, heel toe it in, and I'm going to have that side of the foot into the other foot. Now this other foot, this is like firm into the floor. Other leg, I'm pressing it away. So there's a little bit, outside of the outside leg business going on here. If you had the stretchy band instead, you have tied it underneath and you've done your little, thing, how to do the shoelace, right? You make the bunny ear, you wrap it around, you bring it through. So it's not as strength building to begin with, but then there's a little variability that goes on with the stretchy strap. I know I can't ask you all to get stretchy straps, but most likely you have a long leash, maybe a dog leash or long towel or something that you can do like a shoelace type of thing, or the buckle, yeah? And then release. Woo! Now bring that foot back. Bounce those legs, hang on to the chair, bounce the legs. We're going to let go of that leg cramp business by stomping the feet and shaking the legs. I can't quite shake with that strap, but I do what I can. And then place the feet firm into the floor again. Again, push the strength away, and then relax it. We're going to take the other foot now, heel toe it in. So I'm hugging my bottom of my foot into the other foot. Now that leg that's stable, pressing down into that leg. Maybe I have my hand on that leg to give it a little extra reminder here. Now, other leg, push it away. Woo! Ooh, it's spicy on this side. If you want to hang on to the back of the chair and do like so this is considered to be a back bend when you bring the hands back behind your body and just kind of a nice chest, poofy chest towards the front of the room. As you push that leg away, as the other one's firm into the floor. Yes, we're holding the poses. Y'all noticed that already. Are the behind business a little spicy? Are you starting to feel like a buildup of the sensation? I am. I think y'all are too. Woo! Stay here, stay here. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Listen to the breath as it goes in through the nostril tips and out through the nostril tips. Push away, push down, push away, push down. Again, breathe in, listen to the breath. Redirection of your senses. Exhaling. And relax. Yay. Now, we're going to do that one more time each side. That's probably not yay, but I'm going to do that with the TheraBand just so I demonstrate both different types of gear that we can use in this strength building of the hip musculature. So, oh my gosh, I got my soft, mine's kind of loosey-goosey here, but we're going to do the same thing. So walk the foot in, and I'm going to kind of edge more towards the edge of the end of the chair. And you know what? This is not tight enough because I need to have some good resistance, right? But again, it kind of depends how spicy your stuff is. I'm just going to put that out there, your stuff. All right, so that's a little bit tighter. So again, solid foot into the floor and then bring that leg out. So I can bring the leg out a little bit more because of the stretchy variability of the TheraBand or that tubing. So if you have tubing though, you're going to do this a little different. So you're going to do what's called pulsing. So you're going to pulse it out and in, a short range of motion. So it, again, kind of targets the stuff going on here in that hip complex. It may not be as spicy. So this is basically seated clams. We do this in Pilates a lot where we lie on our side body and we have the ankles stacked and we lift the knee apart and away. You can also put a hand weight in your hand, place that on the top of the thigh for a little added resistance when you do this side lying when you're on the floor. But since this is chair yoga, we're not doing side lying on the floor today. But I'm just giving you some little verbal variations. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now, if you're still using the yoga strap, you're doing what we did before, okay? Let's do the other side. So walk the other one in. Very good. Sit up tall. And then bring the leg out. Press into that outside of the band. Other foot firm into the floor. And again, if you have the TheraBand today, we're pulsing. Ooh. Maybe you want to use your hand to guide it a little bit, but don't go to that ouchie, ouchie zone. Maybe 1 ouch, not 2, okay? Woo. You're going to be, if you have not done this class in a while, or you're going, okay, this is interesting. Saturday, you may feel some delayed onset muscle soreness. My advice to you is to take Val's chair yoga class on Saturday. That'll get all that kind of stuck feeling just melted away, okay? Woo! Keep going, keep going. Also, another reminder of reducing pain, chronic pain, is to do a yoga nidra practice. Helps you reduce chronic pain, which allows you sometimes to sleep better at night, to ease that anxiety, and a whole lot more. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Unleash yourself from the strap, from the TheraBand. I'm going to toss mine over to the side here. That's a sound effect, you know. There you go. I'm keeping the block close by, though. We may use that block in our standing portion. So next, again, we're going to address those hip flexors. So hopefully, if you have arms on the side of your chair, you may have to do this at an angle. Just kind of know that. But for the rest of us, we're going to turn sideways and have that nice tall posture. We're going to take the behind that's closest to me. You're going to take that behind off the chair a little bit and then scooch it either right here in the center or maybe a little bit back. And, you know, you're going to have to adjust your bottom a little bit. I kind of lean forward until I get that adjustment. Now, if you have shorter legs and your foot doesn't easily come down to the floor, taking that yoga block, placing that foot on the yoga block sometimes makes this a little more accessible for those of us with shorter leg stature. Again, depends on the height of your chair, right? So here we go. And then I tend to lean forward, but, you know, I got to remind myself, shoulders over the hips. So this is considered an asymmetrical posture because you have one hip forward, one hip back. Be kind, be sweet. It's also known as warrior 1 posture. We're going to take the back set of toes, pressing firmly into the floor. You're going to squeeze the bun closest to me. So you may feel the business going on already. Press into the forward foot. And then if you want more, you're going to think about your behind and shift it forward just a little bit. And it's like, ooh, hello. There's a sweet spot or not so sweet spot. Now, Whatever leg you step back, same side arm can go up, hang on to your chair. There's that little back bend element here. Pressing firmly into the front foot, back foot, squeeze bund, shift bund forward, and release. Yay, that's over on that side, but you know what? We got to do the other side. So come over to the other side. Again, you can do this standing on your yoga mat, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, your warrior one posture. Bring that foot back, shoulders over the hips. You can bring the foot more back if you like, but I'm going to try to have it more like in line with the front. I'm hanging on with the other hand on the chair. Squeeze bund closest to me. Make sure you feel comfortable on your chair. Maybe shift your hip forward a little bit. Don't forget to press into that forward foot. Very good. Whatever leg you brought back, same side arm can go up, and you can have the arm out to the side with a bent elbow or softly straighten. So again, there's a back bend here. Your cardio output increases, your heart rate increases when you do back bends. Breathe. Woo! Squeeze bund, shift bund forward. Don't lose your bund business. And release. Yay. Before we go into the balance section, the standing balance section, we're going to do the 6 essential spinal movements. So I have my feet a little bit wide here. That's cool. I'm away from the back of the chair. We're going to do letter W with the arms. So you're squeezing that shoulder complex. Very good. We're going to do unsupported twist today. So feet firm into the floor. Very good. You got all that lower body activated. Now we're going to breathe in, belly big. Now contract the belly button. We're going to use the thoracic spine, that mid part of the spine, to twist over to one side. Now when twist happens, sometimes air escapes. Try to have your chin aligned with your chest. I always lose this outside arm, so I got to re-squeeze it. Now bring it back to the center. Woo! And relax and release. Shoulders up and down. That's part of our lymphatic drainage. Shoulders up and down. It's called the shoulder shuffle. Maybe it's slower if you have some shoulder challenges, yeah? And release. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. So back to that letter W. Re-squeeze the upper body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I love it. Woo! Here we go. Other side. Again, chin aligned with your chest. Breathe in first. Breathe in, belly big. Very good. Belly button tight. Twist, twist, twist towards the other side. Ooh, I didn't lose my shoulder on that side. Oh, I twisted a little bit more too. Things to notice. Breathe in. Stay here. Exhale, back to the center. Relax those shoulders down. So next we're going to do something for dowagers. Huh? Why not? Shrug the shoulders towards the ears. It looks funny. I know. And you're going to shift over to the side a little bit. One hand in front, one hand out to the side. The whole body turns. Again, upper back muscular strengthening, and relax it down. Bring it back to the center. Let's do that again. Other side though. So shrug them up, and then softly kind of go over to the other side. Feels weird. That's just how this one is. And relax them down. Bring it back to the center. I love it. So we did spinal movements 1 and 2, seated twist. Let's do cat-cow. So I'm going to show this sideways first. So I try to have my knees at that kind of the right angle. They're not like way out. They're not tucked under, okay? I may have to use that yoga block to be taller in the posture. And again, ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. So I'm not forward. I'm not way back. I'm just kind of in this nice little line here. Even though I've got scoliosis, you know, you're still kind of doing the best you can, right? Hands on the legs. We're going to do the cat version first. So breathe in, belly big. Now contract that belly button, curve your spine to the back of the room. You may have to hang onto your chair so you feel like you're stable here, right? Or hang onto your knees. Now here's where it might get spicy when you come out of that pelvic tilt to neutral. So be slow. From here first, breathe in, belly big, and then kind of bring your body back up to tall seated mountain. For that left side for me, it's kind of spicy. We're going to do the cow version. So basically we're hinging at the hips when we do this. So it's a hip hinge. First, breathe in, belly big. And I bring my elbows out to the side and I hinge forward to a comfortable place. Now I don't drop my chin towards my chest or my chin towards my sky because I don't want to have more curvature going on with the cervical spine. Some of the back yoga kind of melts into fall prevention yoga. Sorry about that, but that's just how I am. Again, breathe in, belly big. Exhale, sit up nice and tall. Let's do that again. Let's do the cat portion again. So breathe in, belly big. Exhale, curve to the back of the room. Ooh, I feel my muscles moving away from my spine. Stay here, breathe in, belly big. And then come up to that tall seated mountain. Be slow, be sweet. Very nice. Breathe in, belly big. Last one. Hinge forward. Here we go for cow. Stay here, breathe in, belly big. Exhale back to tall seated mountain. So let's do spinal movements 5 and 6 now. It's that side lateral flexion. So inhale, circle, sweep arms up and bring a hand down. Sneak it back behind you. You can be on your wrist or your fist. Okay. And again, inhale, reach up, 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 up. Feet firm, maybe a little wider. And then reach your side body over. As you tighten that belly button towards your spine, exhale. Inhale back on up. Exhale, float it down. Let's do the other side, but first, both arms circle, sweep arms up. Sneak that hand back behind you. Reach, 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 reach. Inhaling. Belly button tight. Exhale, lean that side body over. Very good. Inhale back on up and down. Beautiful. Now we're going to go towards standing. This is where we use 2 chairs or a chair and a wall. So I'm going to create a little space in between my chairs. In fact, I'm going to have them face away from each other. Let me do the other one. Okay, and I'm looking to see how you can see that in the mirror. Okay, so last time I did it from the other side. This time I'm going to go back to the side I like to do. My left side. All right. So we're here at the back of our chair. Now you can have your back of a chair faced differently if you like. And so let me see here. This is, what is this called? So this is the leg and arm stretch. We'll also do a sciatica soother while we're here. So it's kind of like the third part of this movement sequence. So I'm going to bring my belly a little bit more close to the back of the chair because invariably I'm always having to scoot back to the chair. It just happens. So the leg closest to me, your right or your left one, you're going to step it back and then lay down on the bottom of that foot that you stepped back. And then I'm looking at my foot that's closest to the chair and I'm going to scoot it forward just a little bit. I'm always doing that. Then I'm going to bend the knee closest to the back of the chair. I'm kind of feeling it in the behind the calf. Maybe not too much because I didn't step it back that much. From here, I'm going to take whatever leg I step back, that same side arm towards the sky. So this is a variation of warrior 1 posture, where we're trying to be as safe as we can in this posture. Not too much hip forward, too much hip back. Again, if you want to release the chair, that challenges your balance, your strong feet into the floor, but I'm going to have my hand on the chair just because I'm wiggly. And I'm going to bring that arm down, lean forward, step the foot forward. Now I'm going to step the other foot back, about the same distance. Lay down on my heel, bend the other knee towards the chair. Now the more you bend the knee towards the chair, the more you're going to feel it with that extended back leg, yeah? Okay. I step the other leg back, so it's the other arm up towards the sky. Again, when you do those back bends, the heart rate may go up a little bit. You can release the chair if you like to see, what's my balance today, but have it real close, okay? And then arm down, lean forward, step the foot to the chair. Now, take that original foot back and then go a little bit more. And then lay down on that heel. Oh my. Bend the knee towards that short end, or bend the knee towards the back of the chair, and you may feel more stuff going on, yeah? Again, whatever leg you step back, same side arm goes up. So you may want, you may want to let go, you may not. It depends how wide your feet are when you step the foot back. If they're like hip distance apart, you may feel a little balance challenge going on here. Okay, so we're going to take that arm down, step that foot to the back of the chair. Let's do the other side. Step it back, then step it back some more. Lay down on that back heel. Bend the forward knee towards the front of that or back of the chair. Notice what you notice. All right. Same side arm goes up. Then release the chair or not. Notice the dance of the foot or the feet that might be happening. You probably won't notice that, though, if you're in shoes, okay? You'll notice it more with the barefoot business. All right, bring the hand down, step that foot to the back of the chair. Now let's add this sciatica soother to it, shall we? Again, go back to the original distance back from the chair or somewhere in between. Lay down on that foot. Now, You're going to take the back heel, lift it up, and then take your behind, tuck it under. The other foot's not bending towards the back of the chair so much. Arm goes up. Now, if you can, raise the other arm, but keep that hand to where you can press down on the top of the chair. And again, depending how wide apart your feet are, you may be feeling this balance challenge or not. Woo! And then hand down, step that foot forward. Other side, step it back up the short little distance, lay down on that heel, get yourself nice and balanced first. Then lift that back heel up. You're on the ball of the foot. You're going to take that tailbone, tuck it under. Oh my. And then same side arm raises up. And then maybe you can release the other hand or not. There may be more wiggly business going on here. Again, notice what you notice. Left side versus the right side. And release. Yay. Okay. So next, so that was our sciatica soother. Next is our leg swinging. So I'm going to bring the chair facing you. And actually, move the chair out of the way. Sorry, I didn't think about that for a second. We're just basically going to stand behind the chair and we're a nice distance away. And we're just going to take the leg out to the side and in, okay? So we're just kind of going to get into that little isolation of that hip joint. Simple leg sweep out to the side, standing behind the chair. Next will be our psoas muscle strengthening technique after we do the other side. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let me take that block off so you can see through the chair. I didn't notice that before. Okay, so let me do the other side. I'm going to scoot over a little bit because I don't want to hit that chair. So let's do the other side. Away from the back of the chair. And let's get started. Ooh. Notice if you feel a spicy side going on. Ooh, this is it right here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you try to do 8 to 10 movements in that sequence, whatever you can, maybe less. Depends on your stuff, right? So next is the psoas strengthener. You know what? I'm going to move this out of the way. That'll make it easier for me. This is where we turn the heel out and the toe in. And let me see here. So we're going to turn the heel out and the toe facing in. We're going to feel the squeeze of the psoas muscle. You know what? I'm going to show this sideways first. So I have my heel out. You probably can't see that. And my toe in. And I'm away from the back of the chair. So I'm bringing it out and across. So I'm keeping the same foot pattern. I'm not moving the foot any. I'm noticing some pops going on in my back. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Kind of shake it a little bit to release that held up tension. Now I'm going to show the other side facing forward. Again, the heel is out, the toe is in, okay? Standing back behind, and I'm bringing across the body and out. So bring it out and across. Can you feel that targeted psoas muscle going, hello? I understand you're here today. You're getting me activated. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. So this next one is where we do the toes in, and when we bring it across, we do toes out. So there is a change in the foot pattern when we do this next one. Ooh. So we're really kind of lubricating that hip ball socket, that joint, with the heel out, toe in, and swing. So again, I'm going to start with the side over here, whatever the side that is. I'm going to go across first and then point it out to the side. So here we go. Across and move the foot out to the side. Woo. Toe in, toe out. Ball, socket, hip joint lubrication. I don't know if I like that. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Again, shake it a little bit here. Get rid of that kind of built up tension in the body, right? All right, we're going to do the other side, so here we go. Whoo, boy. Again, heel out, pointing the toe in across and the toe out as we go out, okay? I think that makes sense. Toe in, toe out, toe in, toe out. Again. Hello, behind. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay, shake, 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 shake. Next is our 3-point stepping drill. We do this in our chair Tai Chi class when we add the standing elements. So I kind of like this. So I'm going to take the chair out to the side a little bit. I'm looking to see how far the wall is. It's pretty close, but I think it's okay. So I'm going to take my feet. I'm kind of pointed at an angle to the back of the chair. So I'm going to bend both knees, kind of tuck my pants up a little bit too. Bend both knees, and the leg closest to the chair, that's the one that's staying there. So I'm going to sink down, tuck my tailbone under. Okay, and then the other leg, the outside leg, heel down, toes up, bring it back to the ankle. Out to the side, heel down, toes up, back to the ankle. Now I'm going to point the toe back behind me. Point it back behind me, back to the ankle. Let's do that again. Toe up, heel down, forward to the ankle, out to the side, ankle, point the toe back, ankle. Again, we're down, tucked under. Here we go. 2 more. Forward, toe up, heel down, ankle, out to the side, ankle, back behind you, ankle. Last one. Forward, toe up, heel down, lovely, back to the ankle, out to the side, back to the ankle, hello leg, point the toe back behind you, and release. Woo! All right, this leg that's closest to the chair, basically swing it forward and back to release that built up pressure. Swinging that inside leg, inside, closest to the chair. Did y'all feel that increased pressure? Yes, no? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Okay, I see a thumbs up. Very good. Let's switch over to the other side, okay? I'm going to scoot my chair over. Again, I'm pointing my toes towards, nice little angle towards the back of the chair. And then I'm going to bend my knees, sink down. I'm going to tuck that tailbone under. That feels weird. Then I'm going to take my outside leg, heel down, toes up. Okay, I'm hanging on with the grip of death here. Back to the ankle, out to the side. Woo. Back to the ankle, back behind me. Point that toe. I really feel it in that hip flexor here, in that fold, in that crease. Back to the ankle. Let's do that again. Again, you're tucked down, tucked under here. Heel up, heel down, toe up. Wrong body part. Back to the ankle, out to the side, back to the ankle, and point the toe back behind you. Ooh, hang on to that chair. Back to the ankle. Let's do that 2 more times. Heel down, toe up to the ankle, out to the side, to the ankle. Point the toe back behind you, to the ankle. Last time, here we go. Heel down, toe up, to the ankle, out to the side, to the ankle. Woo! Back behind you, to the ankle. And then stand out tall, that leg closer to the chair. Let's swing that inside leg to release that pressure. That's good for bursitis. That's good for getting ready to walk for better balance. That's good stuff. Next, we're going to do a little bone density business. So again, if you have, big numbers in your osteoporosis, you're going to be a lot less vigorous with this. I'm showing this sideways today. So basically, hands on the chair and come up on the balls of the feet and drop. Now, maybe you're doing this softly. You're just raising up and lowering down. So both of this is good for calf pumps, for returning blood flow back to the heart, lowering that blood glucose. Or if you want to do the bone density version of this, come up and drop. Come up, drop. Again, come up, drop. I'm hanging on to the chair the next time. 2 more. And 1 more. All right, let's do our shaking, Qigong. That moves the lymph, stimulates the thymus, the T-cell production. And then we'll do golden rooster. Okay, so I'm going to bring both chairs back into the business. Back into the business, okay. Basically, I don't know, I've got about 2 shoulder widths distance between the chairs, or between me and the wall on one chair. And from here, golden rooster, again, we're pointing our body towards the corner of the chair. And let's sink down, bend the knees. Now, The leg that's closest to the chair stays there, but the other one, the elbow, bent elbow goes up, and you lift the knee. Now the foot may be on the floor, or maybe you can bring the foot off the floor and point that toe down. Maybe you can release the hand on the chair, maybe not. Notice your wiggly business. And then step it out, go over to the other chair, or to the other side of the other chair, yeah? Again, turning towards the back of the chair, bending both knees, being stable in the leg closest to the chair, bent elbow up, toe on the ground with barely any weight on that toe, or knee into the air, point the toe down. Now think about this, belly button tight, keep breathing though. Release the chair with the hand or not, whoa, or not in my case. And then step it out over to the other chair. This is similar to balance the pearl, though we use a piece of equipment on balance the pearl. Bend both knees, elbow up, very good. Toe on the ground or knee lifted, point that toe down. Okay, now move the hand to the center, maybe away, far away. Lift the hand or not, keep it close, keep it close. And release. Step it out. All right, here we go to the corner. Bend both knees, last time on this side, and then bend that elbow up, ball the foot on the ground, barely any weight bearing though, okay? Or lift that knee up, point that toe down. Depends what's going on with your hips today, yeah? And release. Yay. Shake the legs side to side. Next is walking between the two chairs or walking along the wall. So I'm going to turn the chairs outward on this one. I guess I'm not using the block, so I'm going to toss it to the side. There you go. And let's see how I have this on the camera. Again, I like to do these videos for y'all so you can practice more than once a week or once every 2 weeks, right? So hands on the top of the chair and go back to shaking. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, and then do your standing, whatever standing that is. Now, hands on the chair, look at your feet. Are they both pointing towards 12 o'clock? Do you notice one turning out more than the other, or equally turning out, or are they turning in? Not that anything's particularly bad or the other, but you might have super tight hip, quadricep, hamstring, behind muscles tight or weak if you have a legs going out or legs going in, or one more than the other. All right, so what we're going to do is take your favorite foot, whichever one that is. You're going to heel toe forward, heel toe forward, heel toe forward, maybe still hanging onto the chair. But my advice to you is don't look down at your feet. Have your eyeballs looking forward, because a lot of people walk looking at their feet, okay? Mm-hmm. Now the foot that's forward, take it back behind you and do toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. So you use different muscles when you walk backwards versus working forward. So this is integral in fall prevention, walking forward, walking backwards. But you want to do that on a safe area, like along the kitchen counter, the wall, between two chairs, some kind of thing that you can have as a balance, right? Again, step forward, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. You know what? I just looked at my feet when I started this. I just noticed that about me. Guilty. Let's do that again. Step it back. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Now, if that foot is way back, you know what? Switch it. Switch it to the other one being way back, okay? So that you will start on the other side. So the other leg comes forward, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Now, does that feel weird because you switched feet? Because that's not your normal side to start first. All right. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Now, look at your feet. So you're going to notice, is one more out than the other? Are they wide? Are they kind of real close to each other? Just notice what you notice, okay? And then again, take that back foot, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Look at your feet. One's forward and one's kind of out to the side. That's kind of my business, right? Take that forward foot, toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. So again, this was your homework from 2 weeks ago or last week, is to walk forwards and backwards. Also was the clamshell, and then sit to stand. So sit to stand. I know there's a new person in the room, and for those of you that have been here before, take your chair up against the wall, maybe the other chair in front of you. But again, you're going to notice your ability. Now look, I'm putting my hand down before I sit down. That's my habit. Do you do that too? Maybe you do. It's okay. But I don't do that when I go to the restroom. I don't put my hand on the toilet seat. Do you do that? You probably come down and up on your own ability. Now I have my feet a little wide. I'm going to place my hands on my shoulders and bring my heels towards the back of the chair. You know, I'm going to scoot that chair a little bit forward. I'm afraid I'm going to hit it with my face. And press into my feet and squeeze my bun and lift off. Ooh, and then I grunted. Look at your feet. Mine are turned out to the side. And I'm going to try to do this with feet pointed forward. I don't know if it's going to work. So I'm going to bend my knees, hands on the chair, bend, 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 and then slowly come down. Woo, snap, crackle, pop. Now I'm going to try this with up against the wall. So I'm on carpet here, so I know that I won't wiggle around too much, but, you know, depending what surface you are practicing this with. I'm going to do this without the chair first. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. If you can do 10 to 12 of these in 30 seconds, and you're around the age of 55 to 70, man, you got some good strength going on. But if you don't, you aren't able to do this within 30 seconds. The way you do this is you have a chair in front of you and you practice this movement. So here we go. You're doing the best you can. Now think about when you're lowering, it's the nastiest toilet at the state fair. And you don't want to touch anything on that, right? So maybe you can hover. This is chair pose in yoga. Hover a little bit more. Woo! And then come down to the chair. Make sure you know where that chair is going to be with your behind. Again, you want to start building up your strength, your independence. This is your independence pose. This one right here. Sit to stand. Again, hands on the top of the chair. That's fine. You want to work up towards 8 to 12 repetitions in 30 seconds. Those people that can do this have a 30% chance of falling. So in other words, if you can only do 5 in 30 seconds, you have a 70 to 80% chance of falling in the near future. This is your independence pose right here. Try to do it without if you can. You may notice one side is more strong than the other. One more. All right. Yay! So at this point, your heart rate's up, and I want you to kind of settle into your chair. As I come up to the front of the room, do our guided rest and relaxation part of our class. Is that heart rate up? It's up on me. So again, part 2 for pain reduction is yoga nidra meditation. So again, I invite you to get comfortable. Maybe you're kind of back in your chair and your knees are wide and you're crossing at the ankles and you're maybe resting your hands on your belly or palms up on your lap, or maybe you've gone over to the couch or you're laying on the floor. Whatever's going to be comfortable for you. We're going to do the extended exhale breath while we're here. What I'll do is I'll clap my hands to a count of 4. As we breathe in, we'll pause, and then we'll slowly exhale, count of 5. All right. Again, if that's too much, do your normal breath, what's okay for you. So again, you can close your eyes, you can settle back into your chair, you can gaze down at the floor, you can do whatever you need to do here, but we're going to breathe. So here we go. Breathe in, belly big. Pausing, exhale, slow, slow, slow. Again, breathe in, belly big. Slowly exhale. One more time, breathe in, belly big. And slowly, slowly exhale. Beautiful. Just notice just your breathing. Let's not change the breath anyway. Just go back to your normal breath. Just notice what places in your body are moving as you breathe in. And notice what places in your body are moving as you exhale. Again, breathe in and breathe out. So I'm going to take you on just a little visualization journey today. So eyes gazing at the floor or closed, however is best for you. Maybe hands resting and your shoulders are relaxed. Imagine you're lying on a grassy surface near a clear stream of water. It's so clear that, as you look over to the side, you can see the smooth rocks in the stream bed. You see little fishes swimming. You see little frogs kind of moving, the little bugs on the surface of the water. And again, it's just so calm and serene. And then, there's trees lining each side of the stream. And as you take your eyes skyward, you see the leaves on the trees. You hear them rustling. They're rubbing against each other because the wind is gently going through the treetops. Maybe you hear the bird song, the squirrels kind of chittering. And again, you notice this soft breeze coming across your body. Beautiful. Now, as you're gazing skyward, you're looking at those trees. You see the blue sky kind of peeking through. You see a leaf that has separated itself from the tree, and it's starting to float down towards the stream. As it lands in the stream, whatever no longer serves you today, place all of that onto that leaf and then just watch it go downstream, all the way down. Good. Again, breathe in, belly big, and exhale. From here, let's go ahead and come back into the now, back into the present moment. Maybe kind of lift those heels up and down, wiggle those feet, move those fingers, do those wrists a little bit, kind of move those ankle bones, and come away from the back of your chair. Let's see here. And have those knees be wide. Let's go back to wide shoulder circles just to kind of get a little bit of movement back into the body. My chair squeaks. And then let's reverse, go the other direction. There's the squeakiness. Very good. Let's go ahead and do a cat, curve to the back of the room, curve that spine. Ooh, that feels yummy. Come back up to tall, seated mountain and hinged forward for the cow. Very good. Now let's take an opposite shoulder towards an opposite knee. And then come back to the center and do the other side. Whew. And back to the center. Very good. Placing the hands either stacked or palms together at your heart center. Let's think about one thing or an idea of gratitude. And, just for showing up today, let's drop our chin towards our chest in gratitude of doing our practice today. And again, kind of claiming or thinking about that one thing that we're grateful for. And we're going to grab it and place it into our heart space just for a moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Heart rate should have settled down a little bit. Then I invite you, you can either keep your chin towards your chest or lift your chin back to its normal place, eyes opened or closed, as I say our traditional endings for our class today. So the light in me honors and respects the light in you. So let's take the peace, the strength, and the understanding, that little attitude of gratitude, and let's pass it on. Namaste, which means the bright light in me honors and respects the bright light in you. This concludes our practice of chair yoga for fall prevention.